What up, YouTube Dog Pound Nation? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the morning rant. Again, the Cleveland Browns lose in good fashion as they always do to the Buffalo Bills, 31-23. The score doesn't tell it all, folks. If you did not watch this game, it's not what it looks like. All right. If by looking at the score, you would think the Cleveland Browns gave the Buffalo Bills a little run for their money, but that didn't happen by any means. So we're going to talk about it.
Here we go, Brownies, here we go. Here we go, Brownies, here we go.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the morning rant. This is Dog Pound Nation. Before we get into all this Cleveland Browns football talk, please, if you're new, this is the therapy channel. This is what I'm going to call it from now on. This is Browns therapy. So please, if you're new, subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification bell. So please join it. Join us here at Dog Pound Nation. We talk Browns football, and we go through therapy here together. So please subscribe, join the family, please, and hit that like. Hit that like. Hit the like right now. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this. The Buffalo Bills beat the Cleveland Browns 31-23 yesterday at Ford Field in Detroit. I don't even know where to begin. Let's just put it this way. All right, I didn't think the Cleveland Browns were going to beat the Buffalo Bills yesterday by any means. All right, but as the Cleveland Browns always do, they give you this little glimmer of hope. This little glimmer of hope, and you just grasp it and you try to hang on, and they take you for a ride through a majority of the game until they fall apart in shambles, and then they just start shooting themselves in the foot as they always do weekly, and it's just mind-boggling. All right. Yesterday, as I was watching this football game, the Cleveland Browns, as they always do, go downfield, opening drive, scripted plays, 7-0. All right. The defense looked pretty good in the first half. They held Buffalo in check. You know, Buffalo, I mean, they got, 3 points in their first 3 drives. They had a 3-and-out on one of the drives. I mean, defense looked like, but the offense couldn't get it together. They couldn't get into a rhythm when it was necessary. All right, the Cleveland Browns, they could have ran away with this game yesterday. They could have ran away with this game. They had so many opportunities to go up 14-3, 17-3, or 17-6. They had so many opportunities to run away with this football game, and they could not do it. All right. Now, if you remember when we went downfield and Kevin Stafanski, 3rd and 1, quarterback sneak, denied, and 4th and 1. All right, now, they got pushed back a little bit. That was a long one, close to 2 yards. Everybody in the stadium knew it was coming. Everybody that was watching this game knew it was coming. Another quarterback sneak. Denied. Couldn't believe it. Kevin Stafanski needs to get his head out of his ass, or he needs to go. But I'm preferring he needs to go because I don't think he's a good coach anymore. I'm off the Kevin Stefanski bandwagon. He needs to go. His play calling is horrendous. 3rd and 1, QB sneak, I get it. All right, but 4th and 1, you're going to try it again? Come on. You got denied like that. I mean, the offensive line had no push whatsoever. And you should have peeped that, Kevin. You should have seen the battle in the trenches to see who was winning that battle. And you thought he was going to get that first down on 4th and 1, knowing everybody knew it was coming, and you still chose a quarterback sneak. From that play on, that's when the whole game changed. The momentum went over to Buffalo, and it didn't stop. They had 23 unanswered points at that point to our 3, and we just couldn't stop. All right, now if you would have kicked those 3 points, Kevin Stafanski, all right, I forget what it was, but it would have, I think it was, we had 10 at that time. It was like 20-10 or something along those lines, 23-10 at that point. Now, if you would have kicked, no, I think it was 22-10. Now, if you would have kicked those 3 points, it would have made it 22-13. All right. And now, when we go down, you could kick another field goal, and then, it was blocked. But then we had another opportunity to kick a field goal. It would have made it 22-16. Now you're down less than a touchdown, Kevin. Now there's a little chance. And then on top of it, you know, this guy, we score a touchdown. Buffalo, I think they're up, I don't know, 25, 26 to 13 or something along those lines. And maybe it was more than that, 28, I don't know. But anyway, when Cleveland started coming down, making their little comeback, we scored a touchdown, which made it, I don't even think it was 13. We still had 10 because we made it was 20. Then it was like 16. It was like 28 to 16. Yeah, it was 28 to 16. Now you go for a 2-point conversion. Now, if you get it, I get it. It'll be a 2-score game, but you're only down by 10. But he elected to go for the 2-point conversion at that time when you only needed 1, because it would have made it. It really didn't make a big of a difference. Why are you going for 2 right there? When you're down by, it just didn't make any sense. You should have. Even the announcer was saying, you take the point. Worry about the 2-point conversion later. All right, because then you're giving your something for your team to play for. Now, if you don't get that 2-point conversion, your team's going to quit. Right? Right. That's how I look at it. If you don't get this 2-point conversion, your team's going to, you have nothing to play for. Wait on the 2-point conversion. He never does. Never does. It's so aggravating to watch him coach this football team. But anyway, the Cleveland Browns make it interesting. They get the ball back. They go down, and they score again. Now it's looking interesting. It's 31-23. Now we go for an onside kick. We're only down by 8 with 33 seconds left to go in the game. And they almost got the onside kick. Ronnie Harrison had the ball in his hands, and he could not come down with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Buffalo Bills, if you go watch that play again, I do not know why there wasn't a flag thrown on that, because you watch the Buffalo Bills, they literally swatted the ball out of bounds, and you cannot do that, because I remember we were penalized for doing it this year, swatting the ball out of bounds. If I believe that should have been a penalty, and it was never called. The Cleveland Browns ended up losing the game, and, coaching has to, this coach, I don't know how Joe Woods is still on this football team, how he's still coaching this defense. It's well documented that this defense has now lost all faith in Joe Woods. You can hear it in the players. Grant Delpit still saying that players don't know their assignments, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you would think if your team was having such an issue understanding the scheme or their assignments, that you would play to their strengths or make it, make it to where your players can understand the system. And Joe Woods refuses to make changes. It's like putting a square peg in a round hole. Joe Woods, he's got to go. He's got to go. All right? And Stefanski can follow suit, because I'm fed up with him. I'm fed up with his play calling. This offensive line is it sucks. I understand our center went down. But there's still talent on that offensive line where they shouldn't be playing as far. Jack Conklin's getting pushed back on every damn, drop back. Jacoby's, always running for his life. I mean, yesterday he had a lot of time at times. It wasn't so much yesterday, but there was fits that I seen between the tackles of Jedrick Wills and Conklin, and they suck. They suck. Our tackles, they look like turntables out there. Then we had the fumble, the turnover. Once again, you can't turn the ball over to the Buffalo Bills. You just cannot do it. You cannot turn the ball over to the Buffalo Bills. We were on a decent drive. Once again, this offense was marching downfield, and bam, turnover. Again. All right? If it's not a turnover, it's always something. The Cleveland Browns really were outplaying the Bills, especially in the first half, and they cannot complete a game. The special teams is horrendous. Pfeiffer, gone. Last game of the year, did not even ride the bus home. If we have an away game, he's gone. This special teams is horrific. They're terrible. That's the other thing. And then a 30-something yard field goal, Cade York's field goal, gets blocked. What? Are you kidding me? You just can't make it up. Everything from the offensive line to the running game. Nick Chubb probably played his worst game as a Brown yesterday. He had 12 yards rushing. It's just horrendous. And I'm just starting to wonder if Nick Chubb is just, thrown in the towel. Who knows? I don't know. But I know the offensive line isn't helping much. A lot of these running plays I was watching yesterday were just blown up before they even got started. So that's the story of the Cleveland Browns. And everybody's like, oh, wait till Deshaun Watson comes back. Wait till Deshaun Watson. Nothing's going to really change. Even when Deshaun Watson comes back, do you really seeing a huge difference? Because I don't. Because Jacoby Brissett is playing well above average. All right? He's been playing well above average. And especially yesterday, he did ball out. It's coaching. It's execution. That's not going to change when Watson comes back. It's not. If I had, the only way I see a change happening, Stefanski needs to go. Joe Woods is definitely going. All right? But I think they're going to keep Stefanski one more year to give him a full year with Watson, blah, 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 which I think is stupid. And if I was AB, I would be telling Kevin Stafanski, you got to give up play calling. I would get a great offensive coordinator in here and go from there because something's got to change. There's no discipline. Players are just, it's unbelievable. It's something different every week with this football team. Every week something happened. Now the running game sucks. The offensive line sucks. The secondary was playing better. It's just they just can't get their shit together, and that starts with coaching. All right, coaching. All right, because you're trying to tell me if we had Bill Belichick in here or a Nick Saban example, you think these players would be playing like this? You think they would be, just the discipline on the field would be so much at a higher standard if we actually had a head coach in here that has some balls. All right, and that's what this football team needs. Let me know if you agree. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like. I got to get to work here. That was my therapy session. Please come join me. Have yours. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these Cleveland Browns. What needs to change and what needs to happen. Let me know. Everybody have a great rest of your day. God bless. And screw the Browns!